How do you get home with an exploded stomach? Slowly and carefully. Actually, so if I'm not being facetious, the answer is extremely quickly. Your boy has maybe not the strongest stomach in the world, and so if I don't return home immediately, yeah. Reese's are meh. I think you're kind of spitting. I do think Reese's are a little. I don't want to say they're meh, but I think they're overrated. Yeah, congratulations, you figured out that peanut butter and chocolate go well together. Do you want like an award? That's all the effort you put into it. You're like, yeah, chocolate and peanut butter. Like we know, we've all like just eat the chocolate covered almond with some peanut butter. It's better for you. It tastes better. You get a little bit of points for trying, but not a lot. Serbian cookie brand called Plasma, and they're my favorite cookie. Recently, one of their factories exploded or something. What the heck? Well, that's crazy. What the? Hope everyone is okay. Speaking of okay, let's keep making our game. I'm gonna open up Obsidian. Don't be the wrong one. I need Godot Wild Jam 82, please. Thank you. Fog War mechanics. We did this actually, so this is all done. We need to be able to collect resources. I'm gonna do the camera movements first. So camera movements, and I'm gonna do the camera zoom and camera pan. And I already know that there's going to be a bug when we right click that the farm will try to get placed down, but that's okay. I also want to open up Git Bash today because I'm going to remember to do Git stuff. Yesterday I didn't make any good commits. I just said day 1 and shipped it. Right, we're not in a thing. Projects, go to Wild Jam 82. Status. I'm dyslexic. What the hell? We got everything in here. Oh, I'm just gonna... day 1. Yeah, not the best commit ever, but whatever. Sue me. Push. I need to merge this into domain line actually real quick. Give me one moment. Let me go to github.com. Let me go to our repo and go to thing number 82 and merge it in and then go back to main so that I can have my code. Can I have my code, please? Let me have my code. Compare and pull request. I'm the only person here. It's fine. Yeah. Ship it. Create. Where's the giant green button? Hello? Yeah, create pull request. It's me. It's just me. We don't need a code reviewer or anything like that. I feel like there's a way I can force this from the command line, but I don't know what it is, and I don't want to learn because I feel like that's kind of forbidden tech. So I can go check out main, lowercase. Right. Still can't learn console git, GitHub desktop, my beloved. I am not mad at you. I think that that's okay. Listen, you don't really gain that much by being able to do it in the command line. I do think I prefer it, but like, so long as you're using VCS, the bar is so low that so long as you're using anything, I respect you. That's where we're at with this kind of stuff right now, if I'm being honest. I don't need a review. That's how good my code is. I have thought that in the past. I don't think it right now, but I have thought that in the past. Get out of here. I think now, if anything, I need more reviews. Scratch stream after Game Jam, question mark? No, but I do have an advertisement on my desk right now that I got in the mail. Let me read it to you. Roboto game tsukuri taiken shio. It's a robotics game competition for children of which I don't have any. But on the front page is a little thing about how to code in Scratch. Isn't that neat? I thought it was neat. I mean, again, I don't have kids, despite the efforts of the Japanese government to, oh my god, they want me to have kids. It's actually crazy the amount of shit I get in the mail about it. But I got a long way to go on that path, and also I don't want any little gremlins running around, so eh. I didn't realize it, but I kind of moved to a slightly bougie area of Tokyo, and it must be like the local government or some sort of campaign. They want me to have kids, like, as if the world depended on it. It is actually insane the amount of shit I get in the mail. I got kind of bad news about that. Like, God made me ace out of spite, so you're kind of barking up the wrong tree. But, you know, I respect it still. If you really want people to have kids, maybe, like, cut working hours and give people more money or something, but... Just remember, do you have a GitHub achievement that makes absolutely no sense when you read it? Arctic Code Vault? How did you even get it? What is Arctic Code Vault? GitHub. Arctic... Oh, what? I don't know what this is. What? Arctic? What's the award? Award. This is... Wait, what? The GitHub Arctic Cobalt is a part of the GitHub Archive program, a collection between Microsoft GitHub and groups like the Internet Archive, which hosts repository snapshots in the Wayback Community. This is done in the honor of storing the user's contributing in open source community. This badge is given to all people who are a user in GitHub and had open source contributions to any repo before the data of all users was stored in Arctic Vault before February 2nd, 2020. I don't remember what I contributed to that is open source to get this thing. Oh, I do. It's the RimWorld mod. Yo, hold up. It's Twitch integration. It's this. I think it's this. I'm in here somewhere. I don't know where. The RimWorld Twitch integration. I fixed one thing, and actually I didn't fix it properly, and I just messaged the guy to actually fix it properly. I contributed to this for like 2 seconds, I believe. Where's the GitHub? I think. This Twitch toolkit? I think I have one thing in here somewhere. Yeah, it's this. It's this, I think. Why does it say your badge then? You contributed to 0 repositories? I have no idea. Also, my code probably is not in here. I'm not even listed as a contributor, actually. What? Did I not commit my thing? There's an old stream where I fixed something in here, but apparently I'm not even a contributor anymore. Or if maybe I never even was. Mod view is finally on mobile and it looks horrendous. I think kind of the whole mobile app is maybe leaves a little bit to be desired. Okay, git checkout /b. I'm gonna say camera. Put event scroll, I think. Input event mouse. Input event wheel. Input. I don't know what it is. What's the scroll wheel input event name? I don't know. Scroll wheel input event. I should probably add Godot to that, huh? You lie. The falsities. Oh, it's like this? Apparently the mouse wheel up, wheel down only have a released event you can use. Input is action just released. Mouse wheel up? Really? That's interesting. If I'm writing a message, the stream shrinks to like 1% of the screen. That's hilarious. On a class, it's an enum. Yeah. So you actually have to use the input map? You can't do this? I guess it's not a UI input because it's not really like a click. Yeah, I guess. Makes sense. I'm gonna say process then. If input dot mouse, what did they say it was? Is action just released? Mouse wheel up. This seems wrong. Project input map. Show built-ins. We want mouse wheel. Wheel. Mouse wheel up. Huh? Not a mod view. If you get the botted, good luck. You're on your own. That's fair. That's it's okay. Honestly, I welcome the bots with open arms. They're gonna take over the world anyways, right, guys? Right? It's not like they're gonna cannibalize themselves and become useless models in like 2 to 5 years or whatever. We should just replace all the humans that do like actual skilled labor with the LLM machines that can do everything because they're like clearly AGI, despite the fact that they still can't like really reason if like a number is prime or if the square root of 5 is really irrational or whatever, or something like that. Dude, what is this input? I don't want that one. Gotta spell expensive viewers. OpenAI releases new viewer service. It can watch your stream and even chat in real time. Button wheel down. Example in the docs. Capturing mouse buttons is similar to handling key events. Here's a list of mouse button star. 2 buttons to be precise with both mouse wheel button up. Oh, it's event.button index. What the heck? Are we on the same page? No, but that'd be funny. So it's input event mouse button, and it's just it's a button on the mouse button. Interesting. But if event is okay, so we just do this. AI generated streamer with AI generated viewers. So you jest, but I'm pretty sure that's already on this platform. Like I'm almost. I would put large sums of money on it. If event is input event mouse button. The hilarious thing to me is like, who wins in this situation? If I create a service, and my service is called Twitch Viewer Bots, I'm gonna call it Twitch Viewer Bots, call it TVB, and I pay for an OpenAI subscription, such that when my Twitch Viewer Bots are chatting, I'm calling OpenAI to generate their messages, right? And they're responding to the Twitch chat. So this is Twitch. And Twitch is selling that data to advertisers. This is ads. Okay, my question is the following. Who's losing the most money? Is anyone actually making money here? I guess you want to be this one, because this one's probably... Like, this one probably has the biggest upcharge, right? But, like, if TVB spends, like, $30 for an OpenAI subscription, OpenAI is losing money on this because they're currently subsidizing all of their, like, calls. Twitch, the site that's hosting all of the bot-generated chat, is also losing money because they have to pay AWS costs, right? So they're losing money. It's going to be, like, I don't know, $30 or whatever. And then the ad agency is also losing money because they paid for like a certain amount of impressions, right? So they said like 1,000 impressions. Well, if they serve to this Twitch chat, they're getting 0 real impressions. So they're actually wasting the money that they spent on 1,000 impressions. So they lose like $30. We've constructed an internet where literally every person loses. Like, I don't know. How is this possible? Someone has to be making money here. And yet it would appear, I guess, like the power company is the one. You want to be the power company running the AWS stuff? TVB for sure making more than $30. You'd be surprised how cheap the bots are, because I think the bots as a service are running on the same model of like wanting to be the cheapest thing to like subsidize the cost for now so that eventually they capture the entire market of being the TVB service. Like, what have we constructed here? No one wins. You win if you're the guy shoveling coal into the power plant, I think. Maybe not even them. What? No way they're doing it for anything but money? Yakko. Every actor in this system is doing it for money. And they're all bad at it. That's what blows my mind. It is hilarious to me that if I sit in my room and I do nothing, I take no actions whatsoever, I literally stare at the wall, I am more profitable than Uber. What? They like do stuff and they're not profitable and they'll never be profitable. Like OpenAI, we've looked at the numbers. They will never be profitable. The amount they'd have to charge per like person inputting to the machine is like real actual cents on the dollar. It will never happen. TVB has price flexibility here. I think in this situation, I want to be TVB for sure. I think I want to be TVB. But like TVB, here's the thing. They got to run these bots somewhere, right? They're fucking running it on Amazon. Which actually means there might be a situation here where TVB is actually subsidizing Amazon because TVB is hosting bots, possibly on AWS, that talk to an OpenAI. OpenAI is clearly the biggest loser. Like, they are taking the biggest L on this whole thing, right? TVB might be paying for AWS for Twitch to run AWS to essentially have AWS talk to an OpenAI subscription by way of proxy of TVB, that's crazy. I think you just want to be the electric company. I think that's the most like stable pricing here, I think. Wait, print money, Sky? We need everyone to win more? True. Advertisers are fucked in this? Won't someone think of the advertisers? The thing is, like, we talked about this the other day. I think ads are such a big industry that, like, they can take the L and be okay. The thing is, like, services like Twitch and OpenAI can't take that many L's. Like, they're taking some hefty L's. They low-key subsidized entirely by Amazon or whatever. Anyways, don't skip the ad or poor Jeff Bezos won't be able to buy another rocket ship to go to the moon, or not actually the moon, like halfway into orbit, but not actually into orbit, just like into the scientific limit that says like, yes, you're in space to fight this, despite the fact that like you can literally still see the Earth below you, which I don't really think counts or whatever. Or something like, I don't know. Anyway, so like if the event, if the event is a mouse button or mouse wheel up, we want to increase the zoom. So if events.mouse, .button index, so this is the enum, equals mouse button wheel up, we want to zoom, if it's up, you want to zoom in. We're going to say zoom, we're going to say zoom plus equals vector 2 1 1 times zoom scalar. Now you're gonna say, what's the zoom scalar? I'm getting to it. At export var zoom scalar int. Now we, nope, that's gonna be a float, my man. So now we can go to here and say zoom scalar. Let's try 1 first, see what happens. We can only zoom in, by the way. Yeah, seems about right. Seems about correct. More. We should add a floor to this. Export var max zoom equals vector 2, probably like what, 8? Can you do a floor for, no, you probably can't. What's the best way of doing this then? Well, if the x and y are always the same value, you only have to set one of these. So we can actually do a zoom value. Okay, we can do something like this. Function set zoom new zoom value. We can do this instead. We can say zoom equals vector 2 new zoom value, like this instead. You do clamp. Oh yeah, we could do clamp. Clamp's probably the better way of doing that, huh? So we're gonna do this vector 2. Yeah, clamp's probably much better. Can you do clamp on a min vector 2, max vector 2? So we want to say min zoom, max zoom. What's min zoom then? Export var. Did I spell that right? Nope. Export var. He's learning. Min zoom equals vector 2. I don't know. 0.5, 0.5. Is that right? The thing is, I don't need to. I only need the top clamp. Is there another thing for yeah, clamp F? No, seal probably. Seal. No, that's not what I want. I don't want both sides of the clamp. I only need one. Clamp F. Min. Does min just works like that? Max. Max F min. Which is component-wise minimum of this and width equivalent to vector 2 min x with min f y width y. I don't quite understand what width is in this sentence. Min width vector 2. Oh, it clamps it. That works. That works the way I want it to. That true? Is that true? It does it like piecewise? Like that? So I think that'll make it so I can only zoom into 8. Holy shit, that jumped. Wait, nope, we're doing something totally wrong here. This should be min, I think. And I can only zoom into a certain. I need to print this because I don't know how far in I'm going. What if I set it to be like 4? Oh, no. This is wrong. The zoom equals. Yeah, okay. This should be max. Yeah. Zoom equals. It's gonna be zoom plus this thing, like that. Then clamp it to 8. Nope, that's not right either. Max zoom. Okay, if max zoom is 4, it shouldn't let us zoom out at all. Zoom equals vector 2 zoom, which should be 4 plus this times the scalar, and the scalar is 1, so it should be plus 1 max of this. That's weird. Why is it like that? Yeah, that didn't work at all. That shit went straight past it, huh? Returns the component-wise maximum of this and width. It is min. You want the minimum. Yeah, now I can't zoom in anymore. If I set this to be 8. Why is it? I thought it would be... Yeah, I just had it backwards. Okay, else if event, that's not the right thing. If event dot button index equals mouse button wheel down. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna max. So we say this minus this dot max. We're gonna say the maximum is the... What? Why is the max the... I think I have this fucked. Let me see. 0.5 seems like too much. You can see God out here. Also, this thing doesn't like zoom in and out in a pleasant way. The zoom in is okay. The zoom out is kind of a tragedy. Do I just set the scaler to be different? Maybe like 0.7. And that's too much. We need maybe like 1, not 10. Say maybe 1. Maybe 1 is enough. Yeah, that seems okay. 0.7 is better here. You can like zoom all the way in, zoom all the way out. Yeah, okay. I'm noticing a slight problem. My farm button's going with it. We need to... I never remember. I remembered. Of course. I get it wrong every time because I'm silly. It's so obvious. In Godot, if you want your UI elements to follow the viewport, obviously what you check is for follow viewport to be not set to enabled. What else would it be? It's so, I mean, I literally can't make it any more obvious for you. That also means that like if this is our camera, this shit needs to be like a billion times the size. This is way too small. You need to expand mode. You're gonna actually be the full thing. You don't follow the camera. You get your own set of rules. There are other rules. That means this thing is like way too small. Do you have a scale? No. Do you have a scale? Transform. Scalar. Size. Scale. Nope. Uh-oh. Layout. Transform. Scale. Hey, there it is. 1, 1, 1, 1. Put middle click to scroll or something. I'm gonna leave that off for now. I think we only need the simple versions of everything at the moment. But I might add that to the list because I think intuitively you would expect that to be a button. Now you come with me, and now you're stuck down there. You're like so tiny though. You're so small. What if I set scale to like 4? What if I set scale to like 3? The problem is your anchor gets all you don't get all weird. There you go. That's about the same. I can place that there, and I can zoom out. I think maybe even like 2 would be like the right guy for you, to be honest. Yeah, that seems way more reasonable. Click, and it just works, dude. Heck yeah. Okay. Cool. Git. Why did that change literally everybody? Oh, deleted. Because I moved everybody. Oh, right. Okay. This is the camera zoom. We did it. Okay. Next, we need to do the right click to schmix around. So I should be able to right click and move the thing around. I don't actually know how to do this. Do you move the camera position? I would assume. Like if I move you to like 10, 10, you're gonna be slightly off center now? Yeah. I probably also need to multiply by the zoom though when I'm schmixing. So if I go here, we need a couple of things. So we need this. No, we already have input event. So if this is mouse wheel up, we got it handled. Elif, we should really do a match for this actually. How do you do a match? Godot match. Godot switch. I think it's called match. Yeah, it's called match. Match. Okay, so we're gonna say Match event. Oops, we need to be inside the thing first. Match event. And then we can say mouse wheel button up. Mouse button wheel up like this. And then we do this little guy. Is that the correct syntax? I think so. And then you just do this for this guy. Yeah. I think that's how it works. Give it a shot. It's not how it works. Test value patterns block. Match event. Nope, it's event.mouse button. Ooh, we're in caps mode, huh? Dot index, button index. There we go. There we go. Using this different ways, I normally use max xy, not x.maxy. That's fair. All the way out, all the way back in, all the way out, all the way back in, all the way out, all the way back in. We're making Transport Tycoon Deluxe too. Okay, we have a next one, so it's going to be right click, mouse button, right. We're going to say on ready var is dragging, false. Why your wheel so loud? Is it? Can you hear that? You can't hear that. I can like make you hear it. You ready? But I can also put it into like gamer mode. Then it does this. It's still going. That shit's still going. Got like the WD-40 in there or some shit. It is an unlocked mode. How's the game jam going so far? It's going okay. It's going all right. What am I hearing? It's my mouse wheel. Oh, hey, speaking of game jams going all right. Hey, Pyome. You busy this week? You got some free time? You got a little time on your hands? Did you have any plans I could ask you to put aside? Yeah, why? I was just curious if you wanted to. Owen, great time to show up. Welcome in. I was just wondering, if you wanted to like make some music or something like that. I'm just trying to get people back into the coal mines. Please understand. I need to have free labor. I need it. I do want to set up like, I can't do this yet, but I'm close to monetization on YouTube. I want to set up like a creator fund for people that have helped out in the Godot Wild Jams. I think, don't quote me on this because it might change once I actually see everything panning out, but I think like for the videos and possibly the revenue that I get for the week of the game jam, I'm going to take half of it and put it into a big pool and then give it to people that have helped with the game jam. Right now that pool is $0, so don't get your hopes up or anything, but like maybe in a year from now, because the line is going up just very kind of slowly or whatever. I think that'd be cool. Mouse button right. So we're going to say if not is dragging, we're going to say is dragging equals true. And last we have if event, wait, this needs to be if event dot pressed. Then we start this. Elif event dot if not. This is so over indented. You want music? Yeah. I think Rock wanted to help out as well. If this actually no this is all wrong. This is all wrong. You can just do this. Is dragging equals event dot pressed. There you go. You just do that. If event dot is input event mouse motion, we want to say what? We want to say position. Global position equals event dot. No, because you need to do some like vectoring here. So basically the way that this works is when you start the drag, you're holding you need to record the first position. if is dragging start position equals event dot position. Then you do a comparison between where this thing is and the position that it started. So drag var drag, this needs to be like this, on ready var, this is bool equals false, on ready var drag start position is a vector 2 equals vector 2 0. Start position gets assigned to this event's position, and then the drag vector equals the event dot position minus the drag start position. And then you can say position plus equals drag vector. This is this is going to send the shit off the rails. We need to tune it a little bit, but that should at least get the right like motion. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? Where are we right now? Right, okay. This is set to false. Huh? Oh, this needs to be if if is dragging. This. And yeah, we'll go like that. So I can do this, and I can move to the right, and I can move. It's a little unwieldy, but yeah, that's the general idea. Yeah. I guess for this to work properly, you need to update this start position as well to the new position every time. So we're gonna say drag start position equals event dot position. That way, if you like pivot halfway through, it still updates. So like this, I think is better. Yeah, that's more the way I imagined it working in my head. You know, zoom out, you can zoom around. Weirdly, the 1-1 vector is actually doing some work here because it's still working just fine. Wait, is this working? Is this working the way I think? Wait, it's backwards all of a sudden, right? Yeah, wait, what? It gone backwards. I think this should be the other way around, I guess. Maybe? I'm in space. What? What happened? Okay, I actually don't... Which way is it supposed to be? Am I stupid? Yo? Which way is it supposed to go? If you're in an RTS and you hold to the right, does it go to the right or to the left? Any special direction? Like, is it just medieval enemies and buildings? I'm not 100% sure. Current way is correct. Speed seems to be off. So if I hold... I'm like moving the map with my mouse. I agree. I think the speed is wrong. It's 1-to-1 this. I need to divide by the zoom. Divided by zoom. Like that. No, not zoom scalar. Just to zoom. Map should move with cursor. Yeah, there we go. That seems correct. Like the moral question of which way scroll wheel goes or for an FPS should invert y-axis. If you invert the y-axis, I have no kind words for you. What the heck is it? Spooky. Cursor movement is correct. I think this is correct. Yeah, it's moving in the right direction now. I don't know what. We awakened some like demons out there or something. I don't know what that was. Rendering moment. Yeah, it's probably like the. Something's a little off here. Oh, because we're moving the. You're in the wrong neighborhood, guy. Hold up. Something is wrong here. The place building. Been only a few streams. I can't believe I have to unsubscribe already. I'm sorry. It's an opinion I'll never change. I will learn and grow as a human being. I will understand the world as I live through it. I will take in the experiences and stories of those around me and develop an empathetic and heartfelt and kind view of the world that I can use to better this planet for myself and my fellow man. Except on the y-axis thing. If you use the y-axis inverted, you're just like a demon spawn, and it is my job to eradicate you off of this planet. Also, an RTS game is supposed to be able to hold the mouse cursor at the edge of the screen to move the camera in that direction. I'll add it to the list because you're completely correct, but I don't know if we will get to it. Hey, Obsidian, you just decided to like give up on life or whatever? What was that? Yo, Obsidian is just done. They're done. It's over. Because we got the camera zoom. I should have put that on the checklist last time, but whatever. Camera pan. I'm gonna add some more camera stuff here. Camera side panning, and then the thing Rasati said as well, which was middle click scrolling. That something like that. We need to fix this farm placement thing though. Okay, so what's happening is we need to modify the mouse event by the position of the camera. So we have the camera here. We need to subtract the camera's position. Is that what we need to do? What exactly is happening here? So if I move, let's say I just whisk the camera over to the left. I should print the camera position to make this a little easier. You know, wake up one morning with just an inverted mouse pointer head on your pillow just saying, yeah, and then I'll just move down, and whoever's like aiming the mouse pointer will try to move down to follow me, and they'll move up, and then I'll dodge the headshot. You played yourself. Map to local, get mouse. Okay, so it's this thing. This is dividing by the camera zoom, but we also need to subtract the camera. What's the camera's starting position? It's 0, 0. That's why it makes sense right off the bat. So it's local to map. Position divided by camera zoom minus camera dot position. Now, if I move to the right, you still. If I move to the left, did I say minus? I of course meant plus the position of the camera. Obviously, yeah, I meant plus. What were you doing? We're also placing the building on right click, and I know why that's happening. I'm gonna line break us so that doesn't look as gross. Well, line break it there, sure. If event is input mouse button, if event dot button index equals right? This isn't right. It's not just mouse button. What? It's a different thing. It's you're wrong. You're wrong. No, it is button right. Okay, my bad. You know what? You got me on that one. If events dot button index is not mouse button right, of course, but right button mouse button left, then we do this. And this is like way over nested. I want to clean this up. Oh, equals. The other place I prefer inverted Y is in flight sims. I agree with you there. If you were in a flight simulator, for some reason, I don't understand why it is the case. If you're in a flight simulator, obviously up is down and down is up. Why would it be any other way? What's the difference between the two things? Why am I so fervently against one and so optimistically enthusiastic for the other? Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I just was born that way. I don't know. What is this weird artifact? No. It's obviously this. Yeah, it's obvious. I mean, I could have told you that one. That's psh. Who suggested it be any other way? Now that's interesting. Why are you over there, man? If I zoom in, do you like come back to home? At any point in time, do you like line back up? Y'all? Y'all? I don't feel good? What? Huh? What is this happening? I mean, you could still place it. It just doesn't quite work the way I think you would like it to. Interesting. Definitely don't divide the camera position by the zoom. That is true. That does seem a little bit silly. Why is this all cooked then? So it works at 1-1 because like look it video game. I moved the UI a little bit and everything stopped working. Huh? What have I done? The button I've committed an act of sorcery. I have no... If I put this back... Okay, just don't touch the window size. I've destroyed everything. It's true. So if I zoom out, it's off by some factor. So every screen has 7 units left. It's not going to be less than 7 units. You know? Yeah. Now it's way the fuck off, and now it's like catastrophically far off. I need to take the mouse position, and I need to subtract the camera position. Zoom seems to be adding a constant value for some reason. Yeah. Can I just do camera zoom plus the mouse position? Multiply by zoom? I don't know if... This somehow seems closer to correct. Because now it's like some static amount. What if I... How do I debug this even? Let me math this out. The mouse position. I want to see the mouse position here. On the just on the drag. Why not? Prints event dot position. If I do this, I'm in the center of the screen. It thinks the center of the screen is 578 by 408. If I go to the actual window, what is this? It's not even close. The reason is... Oh, so, okay, first of all, I do need to divide the mouse position by the zoom. Because if the zoom is 4, this position here, this 100, is going to be the thing that turns into the 400. This one, like 125, turns into 500. So it is clear to me that I need to divide by the zoom. So before we even get to here, this was correct. Camera.zoom. And that's why at 1, 1, this works perfectly fine. Because now 400 is in the middle of the screen. When I zoom out, however, now this thing is still 500, 400, but in the actual play space, I'm pointing to this spot here, which is like 700-ish, 550-ish. The thing is, well, maybe we just don't even involve the camera at all. Right? Yeah, why would we even involve the camera? I think do you just not use the camera at all? Like you just take the camera out of the equation here? Like does... No, obviously that doesn't work. Okay, so... Wait, do you just subtract the camera position? Because it thinks it's here, but it's actually over here. Because the well, no, the camera's position is 0, 0, so that doesn't make any sense. And as I move to the left, it lines up. What the fuck? Huh? If I move the camera to the right? Oh, I don't have any idea, man. Put back camera position to the function. I agree. It clearly needs camera position. Minus camera dot position. That at least makes it so that when we shmove around, it doesn't get like way cooked. Because we're at 0, 0 right now. So if I move this, I don't feel good. Try subtracting zoom or maybe adding zoom. Zoom is a multiplier, so add subtract is not going to work. Because the mouse is absolute. So if I'm in coordinate space, if I'm way the fuck out in the middle of nowhere, the game still thinks this center point is like 500 by 500. So you actually add the camera position times the camera zoom. That's what you do. It's not what you do. What the fuck? Okay, get it working at 0, 0. Add cam position multiplied by zoom. It's add cam position multiplied by zoom. If it's wrong, you're on notice. Beg for your life. Beg for your life. At least this is consistent now. Problem is when I zoom in, I can't see if it's still consistent by the same amount. I tried. Beg for your life. You just play the game like with it a little wacky, you know? Some part of me thinks you like subtract the window size, not the camera. Part of me thinks it's mouse position times camera zoom plus position. That's what we had originally. Part of me thinks you take this, like the actual mouse coordinate, and we're like doing it the other way around. Increase max zoom, check to see if it's getting closer to the position. Here it's like way off to the left. It appears that it's in the same spot no matter the zoom size. Yeah, I think it's in the same spot. Also, this zoom scaler needs to be way different. This shit needs to be like a much better. What I set to like 0.7 or some shit. Camera. I mean the zoom scale. Yeah, this needs to be like 0.5 so I can have more consistent values. Okay, so we go here. Still can't really see it. It's in the same spot no matter the zoom level. If I'm here versus here, it's actually on the same spot on the grid. Even when I move it around. Which means we're close. We're actually very close. We just need to subtract whatever this distance is. And I think the distance is the window size. I think if you just subtract by the window size, it lines up. Right? Like if I just do half the window size? I can just literally say minus vector to 400. It's 600 by 400? It might be plus or minus, I actually don't know off the top of my head. We overshot a little bit. It feels wrong in some, it's lining up again in some directions, which makes me extremely sick to my stomach. Half? It's possible that it should be half. Is this getting like a weird... Oh no. Yeah, I feel sick. It should be... Maybe it should be this divided by 2. Like this whole thing. What in the fucking... What are we listening to right now? I know, like... What button did I press? My whole screen is gone. Y'all? I can't talk to any of you. What? And it's like the weirdest music ever is playing. Firefox. Windows. Desktop. Virtual desktop switch? Switch hotkey. I can't talk. I don't know what. And it's the weirdest music. Okay, Windows, Control, left arrow. I'm back. Oh, thank God. Okay, skip this song. I love you, Ocarina of Time, but like not the thing. I'm stuck in the void all alone. I was terrified. Did you see anything different on your screen? Doesn't matter. It's not. It's fine. I think you divide this whole thing by 2. By black desktop? Interesting. It is closer. I said 2. What I meant to say was 4? Don't do that. Don't give me hope. I meant to say the zoom of the camera, of course. Yeah, I got no idea. Y'all? Yeah, I got no idea. I got none idea why. We gotta work in a regular camera again. If I go here, it's all cooked. I guess because here it's mapping 1 to... No, it isn't mapping 1 to 1. That doesn't even make sense. Are we close with this thing again? What do the 3 icons do? What I'm not sure what you mean. What 3 icons? Okay, you're way the hell away from me again. If I'm at 0, 0, you're going to coordinate. Is that? Oh, it's coordinate 0, 0. Okay, hang on. We're getting there. This is clearly the most promising because it's like the closest to being correct. If I go to... Oh, no, it's not. The 3 on the desktop, trying to work out if this is a subtle Demolition Man reference. dots? What are you talking about? Is there dots here? I'm losing my mind. Can you see the code again? Absolutely. It's this thing here. It's ground layer to local, some position. Liquid Cake figured it out. Pause. Really? Have I been played or something? If I just set it to be position, because this is global position. Multiply position by camera zoom. Yeah, we can do that. Camera zoom. Mouse position, I mean. Yeah, that's what this position is here. No, it doesn't work. This still goes to 0, 0. It's always going to 0, 0 from being in the top left of the screen. Because what's happening here is that our window size raycast into the scene. That might work, actually. Our window size looks like this. This is 0, 0, and this is 1200, 800. If we use just the mouse position, our camera, by the way, is the same resolution, but it has a zoom level. So if we're at 0, 0 here on our screen, in the game space, if we just map it over to the game space, 0, 0 here will land us in coordinate 0, 0 on the grid. What we need to say is we need to project this thing, this 0, 0, into wherever the hell it's supposed to be on the map at 0, 0. Or I guess other way around. We need to take this 0, 0 and say, actually, this isn't a 0, 0. This is actually... This is where 0, 0 should be. This is actually minus 600, minus 400. That's what this actually is. First step would be subtract half the screen size. I agree with you there. That is correct. That is the first... Before we do anything else, we should subtract vector to 600 by 400. We should at least line up correctly now. I want to cry. Why didn't that work? Camera's at 0, 0, so that part doesn't... We don't need to fuck with that yet. Is this not like global position? Do I need to do event like global? Global? Maybe that'll work? Didn't change shit. Alright, my bad. What I don't understand is, like, how does this not at least get us closer to where we want? Because if this is our position, let's do this. Position minus vector to 600 by 400. Let me do this in here. And I'm going to print this. Print resulting position. Because if I'm here, and I want to go to 0, 0, this 0, 0 should now be giving us a global position of 0, 0. Why do I see 3 numbers here? Why am I seeing 3 numbers? What? Oh, I'm printing the event position. I don't need that. Okay, let's try again. I'm at 0, 0. So what I should be seeing on my thing is that I'm at 0, 0. Godot is backwards. Godot is backwards. Up is down, down is up. I'm an idiot. So if I'm at 0, 0 now, this shit's way the hell off. The positions should... I'm afraid I just do not understand, unfortunately. If I'm like over here, it doesn't care about my life. This is 0, 0. I want the resulting position to be 0, 0. This is after the correction. So 0, 0 should be center. Right. You're correct. If I do this raw, then 0, 0 out here is 0, 0, which gets mapped to that 0, 0 on the grid. Because that 0, 0 on the grid is in the 2D space, literally this point. The camera doesn't start at 0, 0. The camera starts at 150, 100. We need to I understand. It's position minus camera dot position. This is how we start. This is how the train gets rolling. Now if I'm all the way zoomed in. Now if I'm over here. I don't understand. Tilting position is camera minus. If I did vector to 150, 100. It lines up at 0, 0 now. It doesn't line up the further out we go because we're not. Okay, let's set the zoom to be 1. Oops. Let's start the starting zoom to be 1, just to get this math correct. We're at 1. Everything should line up now. It still doesn't. It's still off by a little bit. We subtract the whole. We don't add the camera position, right? We minus half the camera position? I'm just pressing buttons. We're at zoom 1, so like I don't understand why this one doesn't even line up. It's the resulting position is minus 71, 71 something. What is it, just like this? Position times zoom. Oh, wait, because our thing is not in the right spot anymore. Yeah, okay, our camera's not in the right spot anymore, that's why. Because if our zoom started at 4, this needs to now be times 4. Okay, we're testing. I understand. So now it lines up. 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 When we zoom in, it's going to break because we haven't accounted for the zoom yet. But now it actually lines up. Okay. Progress. Okay. So, to get this working initially, it actually just is the position. If the camera starts where the screen starts, it is the position. So what happens if I move? If I move to the right, the camera position is now... If I move the camera position to the right, the camera position is now to the right. We need to subtract the resulting position. Minus camera dot position minus the screen size. 600, 400. Because when we start off, we want this to actually just be 1-to-1. So when I start off, it's not position, it's offset, motherfucker. We've been doing it wrong the whole time. Position. Does camera not have a position? Pause. Also, hey, Booyah Grandma, how's it going? Booyah, you going to the indie dev thing this week? It's because we were using offset the whole time. I'm gonna throw up. 600 by 400. What is here? And if I click a button, it's not with us anymore. Why? I'm gonna reset this because this was working. Let's go back to the last known position of working things. It's working. I move the camera to the right. I've updated my position a little bit to the right. So I need to subtract. I need to add vector to camera.position minus half the window size. 600 by 400. Okay, when this at the start of the game, this resulting vector should be 0, so we should still have the thing where it lines up. It does. If I move to the right now, it comes with me. If I move to the left, it comes with me. Yes, dude. Okay, the camera can move and it sticks with us. Now the final boss. The zoom. If I zoom in, I'm lined. If I zoom in, the center of the screen is still okay, but you can see our scalar needs to be scaled by the zoom. I think which of these needs to be divided by the zoom? I think the whole thing. Camera.zoom. I think that's how it works. We still look at 1-1. We still work if we move the camera around. If I zoom in, it goes to absolute fucking like turbo space. What the? That thing is like gone, man. Is it multiplied by the zoom? I figured it'd be divided. It might be multiplied by. You just divided half the screen size by camera zoom? That can't be right. Should it be camera position divided by camera zoom minus half the screen size? 600, 400. You need to subtract half the screen to line up the coordinates. Now it works here. Position doesn't care about the zoom, but it does though. If you don't do the camera zoom part, look. If you don't do camera zoom and you zoom in, it's wrong now. It's wrong by some factor of the zoom. The like thing that's supposed to correct it back to the correct location is off by some factor of the zoom. Because if I go back to normal, then it snaps again. If I zoom in, it's wrong. It's off by a little bit. I do feel like I'm solving problems that have been solved like a million times. The mouse position relative to the center of the screen is what cares about the zoom. The mouse position relative to the center of the screen is what cares about the zoom. The mouse position... Let's check what the resulting position ends up being. So if I'm doing nothing at all, this is correct. I'm going to go to 0, 0. I think that's the easiest one to see. Well, maybe it's not actually. Maybe like here is the easiest one. Am I getting mouse position again? It's the event position. The mouse position is correct. It's literally where it is in this box, irrespective of everything else going on underneath. The problem is getting this to map into the world. Because if I move the camera around, I need to adjust for where I'm looking on, where the camera is, where I map the position back in. Rearrange the function so it's mouse position minus half the screen plus the camera position. You think the minus half screen happens no matter what? So it's this plus the camera position. So this normalizes it, and then we get the camera position back. And you think the scalar here is what gets divided by the zoom? Maybe it's times the zoom? You don't think it, I know it. Whoa. This shit's pissing me off. It can't be either one. The scalar is mouse position minus half screen times zoom plus camera position. You think it's this? Position minus half the screen. Look, to be fair, there's only like X amount of ways we can rearrange this equation. Scalar's mouse position minus half screen times zoom plus the position. Works at 1. You're close. You're very close. It works, and I can explain why. What if it doesn't work? Can you explain why? I'm gonna divide it based on vibes. Vibe math. Yeah, multiply? Nah, not it. But divide though, I can get down with a divide. I can explain this. Let me look at this. You're taking the position, you're making it relative to the game space by subtracting on half the screen. So if you're in the center of the screen, you have mapped yourself now to 0, 0. You're not done. You need to divide by the zoom of the camera. And you need to do that because you wait for Twitch to answer it. I don't get it totally. It works. I don't 100% get why it's that ordering. I would have thought you would multiply the resultant scalar from the vector 2 in the camera divided by the zoom. Because that seems to be the thing that's like making it not line up. At least that was... The reason why we're dividing the centered screen position by zoom instead of the camera position is because we're zooming around the camera position. Oh, you're right. When we zoom around, it's the camera's resultant position that is the thing that's getting modified. Not, well, when we then move like past the zoom. Yeah. But it says camera position doesn't care about zoom. You were correct. Camera offset is plus 10. We always add 10 no matter what the zoom. Yes. It's the relative position that we want to divide by the zoom. You're a genius. You're a genius. The smartest to ever do it. Also, hey, Bad Cop. I didn't say hi to you. We were in panic mode. I hope you're doing well. I had to write bash today. I hope you're proud of me. Now you're going to ask me, like, what kind of bash? Listen. Show bash? I can't do that. I'm sorry. First of all, it's for my actual job, so, like, it would violate, like, several, like, clauses about how am I able to legally do my work. Unfollowing? Sorry, I just wanted to, like, bad cop post for a moment. I'll never bring it up again. I apologize. I shouldn't have said anything. My bad. Sorry. I'll just, I should probably just, like, turn the stream off or whatever, honestly. Typing, chatting. Alright, you'll convince me. I'll stay for just a little bit longer, I suppose. But before I do that, unfortunately, I have to click a button that makes the ads turn on. Doesn't share company secrets with chat. I know. Worst person ever. Yeah, I gotta run ads real quick, though, and rest my voice for a moment. I'm gonna play you some Minecraft parkour. Why is it, like, 280p? So this shit be, like, choppy as fuck. There we go. Is he just literally flying? I feel like that's cheating. That's not Minecraft parkour, brother. Hey! Unfollow L ratio and subscribe. I think like one of those buttons is not like the others. Bad cop. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Now that you've given me money, I mean, I'll definitely show you the bash. I mean, the $2.50 American. I don't need my job anymore. It starts with bin bash, I think, and maybe an exclamation point. Oh yeah. Then the next line, I learned this one today. Set -E, because it's a script that helps me do deployments. And if anything happens, I want it to explode immediately. Yeah. And after that, I'm not sure there's more I can tell you without losing my job. Review comments, I might consider using user bin env bash. Shocker, consider not using set E. Well, how else would you have a thing that immediately stops when, like, I don't want to run a deployment if, like, one of my variables didn't get set correctly? You need to get the fuck out of there. Oh, the S3 bucket didn't, like, load its name properly? Kill yourself now, like, immediately. If you deploy, you're gonna ruin everything. That's what you think set E does? Uh-oh, I don't feel good. We're gonna go to ad break. I don't feel good. I don't feel well. Be right back. In Minecraft, of course. Here we. Y'all, I fricked up. 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 Let me show you something. Let me show you. I want to show you. I want to show you. I want to show you a picture. This is my YouTube chat that I had pulled out. I thought, oh, not that many people are chatting in YouTube today. Oh, it happens. Oh well. I'm not gonna check it too much. Wrong, idiot. Look at all these people that were chatting and I missed all of the messages. What the fuck, man? Why? Why was my chat wrong? What the fuck, YouTube? Dude, I know I was being like the rudest person ever. Dragon literally solved our problem with Max and Min like an hour ago and typed in chat and I missed all of it. Oh my god. I owe Dragon a formal apology. Holy shit, I didn't. My YouTube chat was bugged. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Formal apology. Formal apology to every person who's even touched the website youtube.com invented by John A. YouTube in the year 19 a billion. I literally missed everything. Chizumi, if you're still here, hello. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry. I'm the worst, man. Streamer drops worst YouTube event of all time, asked to leave. Common misconceptions that set E means stop the script if there's an error. What it really means is this giant wall of text. Okay, pause. All right, here we go. Exit immediately for pipeline, see pipelines, which may consist of a single simple command, see simple commands. A list, see a list of commands. Nah. Nope. 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 I have a limit. 3 tiers of recursion before I close your tab. Absolutely not. I'm not going any further than that. First streamer, unsub, unfollow, refunding subs. You know the shit that is getting me is if I go to Twitch, Twitch will say the following message to me. Pop out activity feed. Yeah. Sub goal. You're 50% of the way to completing your goal. Twitch. I didn't set a sub goal. You did. I'm 50% of the way to your goal. I didn't press a single button. I set one like a year ago and we hit it. And ever since then, it's just been on this like weird auto updating kick where every time it hits any number, it just immediately celebrates and sets the next tier up of subs. It's a competition. You can never win. You can never get to the top of the mountain of the repeating sub goal. This isn't a goal. This is an endless treadmill, brother. Not a goal, it's a quota. I do see like the partner plus ones and I'm like, all right, Twitch, is that really for me or is that for you, huh? Huh? Be honest. Oh well. All right, I'm not gonna forget to run ads this time. I talked for far too long. But the good news is we got the camera thing working. So camera pan, camera moving. It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and check that off our list. Git status. Git add dot git commit camera. Wait, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We need to put the camera back to what we had it as. The default zoom is 4. The starting position is then 150, 100, I think. Yeah, 150, 100. And then the max zoom, min zoom. Okay, everything's good. Good. Now I can do it. Git bastards decided to die. I don't know why I did that. CD projects. Godot Wild Jam 82. Git status. Git add. Git commit. Change the hard coded window size to an actual one. Correct. That's a good idea too. Where was it? It's in here. Yerp. This will be window dot git dot it's not something. Borderless content scale, the max size, min size, position, theme, pop-up window, unfocusable, visible, wrap controls, transient, transparent, unfocused. I just need the size. Current screen, I think. Screen the windows on? No. Content scales, don't stop that. Content scale factor, scale aspect, borderless, auto translate, always on top. Layout direction, scale mode. Didn't know I had that. Scale stretch. How do you just get the windows on? Godot window size. I've looked this up like a million times, I think. Window size. Oh, it's probably viewport, huh? I didn't finish reading. I probably should have just finished reading. Also, hey, Jack, I didn't say hi to you, but hello. Viewport. Dot. A global position. Skew. Transform. Global transform, maybe? Maybe it's the transform? I think it's transform? That doesn't seem right. Using can't canvas disable. How do I just get the window size, man? Do I change the viewports? Multiple resolutions, window scaling, size of your game window in 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds before I kill you. Viewport width, viewport height. That's on size. Final demo. That's not in the code. I need it in the code. Window.size. No shot, really. Just window.size. Liar. You are full of lies. You say nothing but lies. Nothing you've ever said has ever been correct. Dude, what is this? Display, maybe? os.get screen size. Of course. Aha. Yo, Bird Boy, how's it going? Hello, welcome in. Were you doing I was watching you at work a little bit today. You weren't doing game dev today, right? You were playing games? You believe it? Game devs that also play games? No, you're doing game dev right now. Okay. All right. You're chilling. Hey, welcome in. How are you? How went your game dev today? For those of you that don't know, you're still alive, actually, which is crazy. I'm using this as your screenshot. Merdboy is making a sick as fuck automated farming. I'm dyslexic. Farming game. I don't want to. Let's all just move on. No one mention it. An automation and farming game. Possibly equals cozy. But it's sick as fuck. You have like little dudes and they like run around and you can plant crops and like put down buildings. I hate all of you. It's sick as hell. I will give you a shout out as well. Shout. It's not exclamation point. Shout outs. Merdboy. But yeah, just go check out their game. Can you wishlist your game? Yes. Have I wishlisted your game? No. Add. You must be logged in. Listen, I'll get to it, okay? I'll do my best out there. But yeah, welcome in. We're currently, this needs to be divided by 2. Get screen size not found in GD script native class. So I've been lied to again? Figure out the Y zigzag? Yeah, we just changed the... Yeah. We changed the whole, let's get window size. Was that get window size? We changed the layout of the... It's not that either. Of the, like, grid pattern to not be the default and to instead use something called diamond down. OS. Alert, close MIDI inputs. That's what I need right now. Process ID is valid. Move to trash. That's where I'd like to go at the moment. Shell open, unset shell environment. Is there just not a size? Do you know full screen mode in Godot adds 2 extra pixels to the right or left if you have a second monitor? Wow, I hate that information. I wish you never told me that. Do you know how to get like the screen size? Anyone? Get cache? Get it's none of these. Fucks pixel art games? I believe it. Pixel arts like literally die by the 1 pixel, so. Viewport? I'm hearing reports that it may or may not be viewport. Can I do like viewports? Viewport dot what though? That's the $1 million question. Using viewports. Sure would like to. Scaling SGF oversize. World 2D? Find world 2D? Get camera to... Is it get camera to... No. Convert to screen space? Listen. I need to divide... We're using a different camera. I need to divide the position of the mouse by the viewport to make sure that things line up in a way that makes sense. Because I can have it by like the hard-coded size of the screen. Width? Wait, no shot. Is it actually just width? I would have given you MVP. If we do it by the default size, so it's 600 by 400, it will line up. So like we're making a game jam. Let me start from the top. We are currently making a game for the Godot Wild Jam number 82. It started this weekend. We're making like an RTS style game where you basically have a base, but everything's surrounded by fog of war. You're gonna like put down buildings. This is a farm. If you can't tell, it has the giant letter F on it. You can like move the map around and zoom around and stuff. We haven't implemented like any enemies or anything yet, but we'll get there in a minute. What we just figured out was how to get the mouse to line up with the different levels of like zoom and stuff. So if you zoom way out and zoom way in, getting this mouse to like still line up and snap to the grid. Reddit's telling me it's os.get screen size. We tried that and it threw up. Display server to get window size. Problem is it's different depending on your scale settings. Viewport is the internal resolution. Windows gives you actual size. What I'm worried about is if I scale this like this. What I'm worried about is if I like move this, I have no worries. Actually, it just works. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. Did you? Oh, huh? That just snapped right in, huh? That just worked. That's interesting. You're not expanding it though? True. Don't expand my game. Just leave it the way it is, okay? It's a game jam game. Plan to do it, it'll be a problem. I think since it's a game jam game, you're gonna be playing in your browser anyways. I can just say don't do that. Why did you divide it in half then? Because the full resolution would be 1200 by 800. So if I did like os.get window size or whatever, it'd be the full thing. So I want to divide it by half. Because that maps the center of the screen to 0, 0, which is also what it is in the actual game. So now I'm looking at 0, 0 on the grid, and also it maps my farm to 0, 0. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're just going to ignore that. We'll move on with our lives. Git commit M. We have the camera panning working. Camera panning. Git push. That's all that I wanted to do for the camera movement. So I'm going to say that this is done. What's next on our list? Collect resources. Right. We actually want to be able to collect the resources. For the barracks, we also need to do a couple things here. So for collecting resources, we need some sort of UI or feedback. Over engineering stuff, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. You're gonna have to get used to that. That's the name of the game. We're gonna have to get some sort of UI for the resource icons, and I would like, I think it would be cool if we have the I think it's Sproutlands icons that I think are really good for this. Let me go dig around for a moment. Projects. What's the to-do list app? I want it. I am an Obsidian merchant. Obsidian. This is the greatest note-taking app of all time. Let me give you a quick little thing about how it works. So this is just a markdown editor. But here's the best part, and it works out for games that aren't just game jams really well. Let's say in my game, I have a thing called collect resources, but I wanted to find resources a little bit better. Oh, no worries, I got you. You hit dash dash or whatever bracket is. This is now the resource page. You can go here and define the resources. You can say like, oh, resources consist of 3 different types produced by 3 different. Oh, if it hasn't updated, it really wants to go get it. 3 different buildings. Oh, but what's a building? We don't have a building yet. Oh, don't worry. I can make a page for buildings now. And then we go, over here. Now we have the buildings that we can use to collect the resources. And maybe for the 3 different resources, we're like, have food, and we have stone, and we have wood. And you're like, oh, what's food? You're never gonna believe. Oh, you just go here to like click on the food icon. There you go. Now you have the food page. And then at the end, you can do a thing that I think looks really sick as hell, where you look at the graph view. So you can see the resources are connected to the food. The resources are on our to-do list, and the resources have a building. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that neat? The game's wiki, Blade of Crossed Hearts. Owen knows how to get their game plugged on the channel. It was literally made in Obsidian. Yeah, it's sweet. You can literally export this as like just a giant markdown web, and you can like put it onto a wiki or whatever. Obsidian is the GOAT. Obsidian be the best app ever. I'm an Obsidian merchant. I'm actually not here to stream Godot Wild Jam. I'm here to sell you Obsidian. It's a free product, which means I don't really get much on commission side, but it is my job. It's what I was put on this earth to do. Obsidian's such a good game. Could you run up like Doom and Obsidian? I don't think so, but I don't think like Markdown is Turing complete, but like maybe with enough plugins you could get there. Plugin called Digital Garden to make it into a website. Damn, that's sick. It's a free star product. Yeah, true. If you buy like the enterprise version, maybe I get a kickback or something. I don't know. I'm gonna delete these though because I'm not actually using them. I'm sorry. Don't ask again. Delete. I'm sorry. Don't delete the to-do list. Holy shit, that would have been bad. Quark down is Turing complete? Don't make up words. That's rude. Don't make up things that I don't know about. Why would you do that to me? Now I feel inadequate. All right, we need to go to the repo. I'm gonna push in the changes for the camera movement, and then we can go make a new branch. I don't know why I'm being this pedantic about things, but I am. I think it's bugging me on my side because too many calls, but both display server.window get size and viewport rect size seem to be working till they don't. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that. I'm gonna make a new pull request. New pull request. It's just me, so it's fine. Hey, where's my branch? Where am I right now? What happened? Where am I? I'm on main? Y'all, who was pushing to main, huh? It was me. I'm sorry. Whoopsies. Whatever. It's a game jam project. Don't, whatever. Shush, you've all done worse. Get status. Get commit. Obsidian updates. To-do list updates. Get push. You've all done it. You've all done it. I'll be using Godot today too. Hell yeah. I'm so excited. Are you making your own kind of game or are you doing like a game jam? Workdown. Workdown is a modern markdown-based typesetting system designed around the key concept of versatility. Seamlessly compiling into a project, into a print-ready book or interactive presentation. Damn. All powerful Turing complete extension of Markdown. Workdown can run Doom. This is sweet. I would love to explore it more, but I am on a timer, unfortunately. Accusing me of making up things. It's my only defense for people being better than me. Get status. Get checkout. We're gonna do resources. Yeah, so we're gonna say get checkout be resources. Resource setup. Resources setup. Okay, now we're on the new branch, so I won't be committing to main anymore. Hey. I need to get rid of this. Okay, so we need some sort of UI. We need some sort of icon. I'm gonna start with just one resource called food icon. You read that, I think? I said that I'm a senior software engineer who's translating its knowledge into game dev. Today I'll start a week-long game jam, so I'll be using it. Hell yeah, I am also a senior software engineer who is transitioning into game dev. Well, less transitioning and more of like doing it on the side, but yeah, probably the same as you, I assume. They'll be starting a week-long game jam. So that's what we're doing. What game jam are you doing? Is it perhaps the Godot Wild Jam? Hobbyist programmer? That's the best way to interact with this medium. I kind of hate that I have to do it for a job. Actually, I love the coding. It's just the meetings that get me. Starting every day with a 10-minute catch-up to make sure everyone logs into their computer and then spending like 2 hours talking about the meeting we're going to have. We have like the meeting planning meeting. We need like a food icon. We need some sort of... I guess this would be like UI outline. We can have a food icon. We'll have the food text. We can have a farm increases resource count. Something like this. You just call me a software engineer, but I demoted myself. God, that sounds so sick. Next time I'll join Godot Wild Jam. Hell yeah. I'm excited to see you there. More Godot Wild Jammers. Here's my thing. Where do we actually like put this UI? Because if I want the game, maybe the game should start like here. I feel like this is the correct window size. I think I actually want to expand the game to like here. I think I actually want to expand our line. Want to be indie dev? Same. Because I feel like this is the right size to have for the game. Maybe the game doesn't need like a UI panel. Maybe the game can just have like resources up in the top right or something. I want this to look. Maybe you have like just like the food, stone, whatever resource. You just have the build menu always open like this. Kind of like minimalist design. These are your resources. That could maybe work. You could do it like StarCraft style, where like, I guess StarCraft does it like this, where like the two are up at the top, and then you have like info like this. I don't think we're gonna have like building stuff. We're only gonna have the one menu, I think, because I don't think you'll be able to like upgrade the farms or anything. You just have like the building menu, the I don't know else menu, but something like this, and then you have like the actual game area. I think this is probably okay. Yeah, we could just put the stuff up in the top right then. Do we need to have anything else like supply possibly, or I don't know. I think it's okay for now. I think that's totally fine. Okay, so let's put some stuff up here. So I want to go grab some icons. I have the Sproutlands stuff that I want to use. I used it a long time ago. Let me go find it. I'm gonna go over here, go to my game dev assets, go to, I think it's Sproutlands. Sproutlands Sprite Premium Pack. Objects. We got the items here. This might be like too happy for us. Yeah, this is too much. I'm gonna go to Admiral and steal assets from them. You should inspire yourself in Age of Empires 2, but Definitive Edition. It has a dope and clean UI, seriously, or AoE 4. AoE 2 UI. That's pretty clean. I'll give it up. That's a little bit too much. Like, we don't have that much screen real estate, unfortunately, especially because we're going to be running in browser. So I think I'm going to do it like in a much simpler way. But that does look nice. I'll give it up. Admiral. We'll go here. Icons. I think I can get these. I don't 100% remember how Admiran's Patreon works. All I know is that I am subscribed. He doesn't happen to have like an icon of corn, does he? That would go crazy. He's got bugs. Got a backpack, a little sword. That's nice. This is bonus items. My man just got like general items. Maybe there's like a thing in here. There's some feathers, some arrows. Nah, but these are really nice. Man, Admiral makes such sick stuff. That's like fishing. Armory. I don't think you'd find like corn in an armory, probably. How did I go about learning Godot when I'm already pretty decent at Python? Just use GD script. They're very similar. You might actually recognize this syntax right off the bat. It's def instead of func, but if you already have a good grasp of Python, GD script was basically built around Python, like as its inspiration, I guess is the best way of putting it. So if you're familiar with Python, you should be able to jump into GD script pretty quickly. Flowers? Corn is like kind of a flower. Or just really like any vegetable, I suppose. Would maybe like wheat? Wheat icon itch. Top game assets tagged wheat. Inspiration for the layout, reduce it. I think the most reduced version of this, we can always tweak it later. I'm just gonna have one thing in the top right. That's probably good enough for us. You got like rocks in there? I could just make one myself, I suppose. Nature? Wait, pause. Where am I right now? I want the nature. Yeah, Admiral Nature collection. Give me the nature collection. Admiral Nature. Nature 2. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's like an entire ass tree, though. We don't need that. Damn. Admiral be kind of cooking, huh? Outdoor tile set. Admiral made all of Stardew Valley. That's wild. Buildings. Crops. The fruit pack. Pause. There we go. There we go. I could use one of these. You got like a wheat, brother? We could use like jalapenos. Carrots instead of wheat? We could use carrots. Does Sproutlands have a carrot? I could have sworn it did. Not really. Not looking like it. Do you have like a carrot icon? We drew a carrot as when I was trying to learn how to do pixel art. I think it's literally called carrot. Yeah, I drew a carrot once upon a time. You could use this guy. I made this. Still recommend using types though, we're not animals. I do think if you type hint, you're just better than me. I'll give it up. We got this like leek here as well. Use something like that. I could make my own. Beautiful carrot. No, but thank you. I also made some stuff. I tried to make some like castles the other day. that I was gonna try to use for our game, using like the Lego building block method. I was getting somewhere, but I couldn't really like figure out this like brick pattern that I wanted to use. I don't know. We might fuck with the pixel art later, but like that for our castles. I don't know. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. What's this gonna be, anyways? It's like an RTS. So the theme of the jam is unseen. So we're making like an RTS where you have to like discover area around you and kind of like light it up by building buildings and stuff. And then as you expand out, you're gonna find enemy bases that are like periodically attacking you. You have to like discover the land and then defeat the enemy bases. One of the resources I want you to use is food. I have an idea for food. You can just use funnily carrots instead of wheat. I'm good with any icon that gets us going. In fact, we don't even need an icon yet. Why horizontal slice? Horizontal slice the game. We can draw icons later. I'm gonna add it to the list of icons that we need, and then I'm gonna move on with my life. I'm gonna make a thing called art. Art. We need a food icon. We need buildings. So we need the main base. We need the farm. We need the barracks. I think there's going to be 3 types of things that you can build. You can build an archer, a knight, and a horseman, I think. Giant tomatoes. Theoretically possible, yes. I kind of just want to like yoink a wheat sprite from somewhere and then we can just make our own. I'm going to turn this into actually resource icons. Resource icons. We're going to have food. We need a couple other resources. What would be like, in a perfect world, what would be good other resources to use? Tomato Town from Fortnite, just like the entire map downloaded into like an 8x8 pixel image. That's possible. It's possible. What other resources? So you can put down a farm that gives you food. Maybe if you find a hill, you can put a mine on it, and that will give you iron, so that you can build knights. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it because we're not using it yet, so it doesn't matter. Food icons, I already have that. Buildings, we have the main base, we have the farm, the barracks. That's literally all we have so far. We have enemies. We need the enemy base. We need a enemy, and this is Admiral, because I actually have packs for this already. Admiral. What else do we need? We need terrain. So we need like a grass tile. We need probably like a forest tile would be nice. I'm not worrying about this because it doesn't exist yet. Enemies don't exist yet either, so let's just keep it to the stuff we actually already made. And then I also want sound design stuff for Pyom. So SFX if they want to do SFX again. We need farm placements. That's all we have so far. That's good enough. Resource icons, buildings, main base, farm, barracks. And that's our entire game so far, so I'm not going to worry about more than that. I do want to go get a cool font for us, though. Let's go look at fonts real quick. Google Fonts. Question, is your base building going to evolve, level up like Warcraft 3? Forgot the house and buildings for problation. True. I don't know yet. If we have time, possibly. I want like old-timey, like medieval, possibly. Something more like pixely, maybe medieval like pixel. Hey, that might be us. I think I like this one the best. Jacquard 12. Is this Jacquard? This looks nice. Looks really nice. Like the Chinese and AoE who don't use houses. I've never played. Listen, we gotta have a discussion. I've never played Age of Empires. I'm so sorry. You can keep referencing it. I'm not gonna slow you down. Like you seem like you're on a roll. But I might hit you with I've never played AoE on most of these comments. I apologize. I've watched Day 9 play AoE. So like I understand that like there's cavalry and then there's like the cavalry beating cavalry. That's kind of neat. Sorry. I'm not a real gamer. So if I did like food 100, 101. That looks great. Sorry, buddy, no worries. I feel like I've disappointed you and hurt you personally. I'm sorry. It is nice that it went medieval and pixel for my 2 things that I was looking for. Cooking so hard I might make multiple songs. That's fucking sick. Hey, do you want to do sound effects? It's an amazing font. I think so too. Am I allowed to use it for whatever I want? What's your license? Show me the license. License. Fonts, blog, material design. Open source fonts? I think I can do whatever I want. Not today's? That's okay. You don't have to do it right now. I was just asking if you would like it. That's all. That's all. That's all. 136 px? I think since it's open source, it's... Oh, there's a button that says license, huh? SL open font license. I think that means you could do whatever you want. This is advice. Please consider consulting a lawyer and seeing the full license for details. You can use them in your products and projects. I think it's fine. This Google font, you can use it for whatever. Okay, okay. Anything for the only streamer I watch? That can't be true. You should at least be following Mesaka. I'm slowly evening the score. Okay, so we can go. We this is us. Yeah, get the font. Give it to me. Give it to me right now. Download. Jakarta 12. I want this. I think. You pop it into the game real quick. Res, create new folder. This should actually just go in the assets. Make a new thing. Create new folder. Fonts like this. Paste it in. It's okay. Stop. I hit Control V and debugger says set position. I'm gonna hit Control Z because I don't know what I changed and I don't want to know. It's the camera position. That's really funny though. Go in. Fonts. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so we can go to project settings, fonts, theme. Nope, that's not right. What? Font? Yeah, fonts. We should have a default font. Advanced settings? What? What's happened to me? Huh? Theme. Custom fonts. Assets. Fonts. Jacquard. We have to restart Godot. I think there's a way to do it from here. Yeah, reload current project. Zoop. Thank you. Do that, and then we have this again, wahoo. And now the font in our game should be in the new text. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Sky, you have no font in the game? Listen, man, okay, just let me just let me be excited about something for once in my life, all right? You don't gotta be like that. At child node, this will be it'll be a control. This is the build menu. I'm gonna have this be over top of that. This will be the resource display, resource list, item icon, resource icons, resource display. Probably capitalizing, huh? Resource display. Add a child node here. This will be a controlled node here. This will be a resource. This should be resource displays. That. And then this can be a resource display. Resource display. And for now, I'm just simply going to add text. So I'm going to do a rich text is probably fine. There we go. That's good enough for me. This needs to be in the top right. Guy, what? Oh, this needs to be on the top right. There we go. Okay, it's way over right there now. Cool. And I'm gonna make this transform a lot bigger. I'm gonna probably say they can be 50 by 100 or something. Label is a simpler version of rich text display. Yeah. Yeah, but it never has enough for me. But rich text label has too much for me. It's crazy. There's no happy medium. They should make like a text label, not rich. How about like a poor text label or like a middle class text label? That's probably what I want to go with. Size, I'm gonna say this is 200 by. It should just be a grid container, huh? Yeah, okay. Get off your high horse. 50 probably, and then re-anchor over here. And I can, because this is the one that I actually should have a transform. This one should be the one that's actually 200 by 50. You can anchorage Alaska over to the right there, and then you just fill the space. You take up all the empty space. BB code enable, probably. I don't know if we're gonna use it or not. Font size, theme override, font sizes. We're gonna say normal font. Excuse me? I'm not allowed to click the button? Theme, maybe? Theme over. But, huh? Okay. Sure, man. 24, maybe? 100. Nope. Did I say 24? I meant 48, obviously. Yeah, that's much better. 48. Oh, dude, that looks so old timey. I love it. You have 1,000 food. A million, a trillion food. You have a trillion food. Look at that. You have food. I sense a ripple in the fields. Hey, Meisaka. Hey, someone may have shouted you out earlier. I don't know what happened. I can't be held responsible for this. Is it just me, or does the game kind of look good without extra, like without an icon? It kind of just looks it looks good by just saying food. Kind of vibe with it. Dude, we should horizontal slice more often. Or maybe it's vertical slicing. I never remember because the words are made up and they don't mean anything. Yes, I am losing it by thinking this looks better. Or am I don't remember if I said the sentence in the positive or the negative. This is the problem with you guys ever... Wait, Meisaka, were you actually lurking when I did that? If you were lurking here and I gave you a shout out, I'm going to cry and throw up. I would feel very bad about it. Very bad about it. Yes, it looks good. Okay, okay. You ever like watching a streamer and they say something and you like try to like piggyback off what they say, so you like type it and send the message, but you realize there's like a 20-second delay between what you type and their ability to read it, and also they're in the middle of like a game, so they like do an action in the game to generate another sentence, and then all of a sudden what you said sounds like you're insulting them based on the sentence that they just freshly said, even though what you inputted was like, again, chrono shifted by like 20 seconds, and the streamer's responsibility to understand that what you said is actually in reference to the thing that was said before the thing that they currently just said was said, or something like that. Hey, look, you can pan around. You place a farm down, you should be able to get food. So at the start of the game, you start with 0 food because you have none food. What are we listening to? I'm going to say skip on that. Go left now? Go left, for sure. Day rope, day 9 rope. This quote part you're referring to. I do think if you're a chatter and you like fill in the context of what you say before you say it, that you're like the GOAT. I think maybe I could be wrong or right. I don't know. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, we were doing the thing to make sure you can see how much of the thing you have. Yeah. I should really stop like, stop that. Sending things in multiple message. I am a habitual like break the large text into small text texter. I apologize. It's just who I am, like by my default setting. If you do that in Twitch chat, though, like, you're the worst person. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't mean to, like... I apologize to you personally. But, man, that shit is, like, hard to read. But if you're texting me, 100%. I'm doing it, like, 3 separate texts and an emoticon. Just to make sure that you knew I was born from the year, like, 1995 to 2005. Context is always important. If I were to just respond vaguely without any context, that it wouldn't be with context. It'd be very highly contextless. Yo, she might be spitting. Fuck that. Yeah. Low-key, the kingdom should only be feeding a single fruit like oranges or something. You like Animal Crossing style where it just picks a fruit at the start of the game. Love watching Meisaka, but man, it makes me feel stupid. Like I don't understand anything. That's right, brother. You and I can just join the same club. I love the streams, but man, I got no idea what's going on there. In our defense, Meisaka, your stream titles do be like piercing into the flowing void where the secret lies underneath the treasure that we found. And I'm like, okay, all right, Kobario making a new song title on Generator 10. It took me 2 years to see my friend to stop sending me single word messages. Single word messages are an affront to God, but if you do like 3 4-word messages, you've passed the rules in my book. You're okay. You're okay. You're invited to the stream. Okay, so we need to be able to do a thing where you like place a farm down, and then the farm helps you get food over time. And if we want to get fancy with it, we can even have like a green number next to this thing where it's like plus how much food you're getting per food tick. Obviously, I don't actually do single words, but I do break up my sentences a lot. It's just I'm trying to convey to you the same emotion that I'm feeling as I send the text. So like if I'm talking to you in real life, I need to like pause to like take my breath, right? If I sent you just the whole text all at once, it would feel unnatural. There's hockey and then there's conquer hockey, you might know. What do you mean by that? Huh? I feel tweens coming? What? Huh? Y'all are... I don't... we've gone off the rails. Let's do that thing where we make video games. So here's my thing. I need this to track some sort of like inventory. I can directly pass a reference to some inventory object to these resource displays and have them have a key. Need to write down the title. Sky just randomly spat out. I will laugh very heartily if that's the next stream title. You might have to like, it might have been too long and or not Mesaka enough though. Feel bad when someone splits up their messages in Twitch and then my message goes in between their messages. Yeah, then you feel like you're like ruining their moment with the streamer. Class tweens. Oh, tweens. I thought you meant like people that are between the age of like 10 to 18 or whatever. I was like, oh no, are we getting raided by like a Roblox streamer or something? Yeah, so how do I need some sort of like inventory tracking object, so I can just make a new thing here. Child node, it can just be a node. No, we don't need like a thing. I don't even know if this should be here. Maybe it should just be in the main as an object. I think it's okay. This will be the inventory. Everything's can reference it. It's all good. Save branches. Whoa. Attach script. Class name inventory extends node. Inventory. I feel like that guy is like, how do you say this word? And he's like, ghoul. I say this apothecary. Sorry, anyways, I'm getting distracted. Class name inventory extends node. This will be on ready inventory equals nothing. Let me do something like this. We can say food equals 0. So at the start of the game, you have 0 food. Yeah. Something like this. And then we could say, probably like function get resource amount. And then we can say resource key is a string, but there's a possibility we can do like an enum here. Maybe we do want to do an enum. How do you do an enum in Godot? Godot enum. GD, that's the entire GD script reference. Enum like this, so we can do something like enum item object item resource item resource key. Why not just refer to var itself? Because I just can't accept that things are allowed to do that yet. Enum inventory.food works. Yeah, I don't like that. This will be resource keys. We can do something like this. Food. Is that how you do it? Yeah. So this will be resource keys.food. Resource keys.food is 0. Resource key will actually be a resource keys. And then you can do something like this. Nope. That's not even close. Return inventory resource key, like that. And that way everything just maps up. And also I guess it's technically more efficient because it's an enum, and so you have the thing is actually internally represented as an integer. Okay, all right, okay, we know. You're very smart, okay? All right, cool. So you just have... What did I just do? I don't know what hotkey I hit, but I don't like it. Okay, we have an inventory now, so we can go to the UI. We can go to the resource display. This for now, I'm going to attach a script. We're going to extrapolate this when we make more of them. So we're going to say class name resource display extends a control. And then we can set the actual text here. So we're going to import this guy like this. Rich text label like this. So we're going to say function process. And there's a chance that we want to do something where it's like, doesn't update every frame. It can update every several frames. Did I mess this up? You're not happy with me. Not happy, Bob. Process delta. We're going to say rich text. We shouldn't call it rich text label. We should rename this. This should be like resource count. Resource count text, like that. Do that instead. Resource count text is going to equal dot text equals, we need the reference to the inventory here, and this will have to be a scene reference because we can't do it like this. This should actually be a named reference if I think about this. Unique name like that. Go here, we have the inventory. We're going to say inventory dot get count, get resource amount. We should call it resource count to be consistent. Let's go here. Yeah, I want this guy. You want this inventory like this. Go here, this should be get resource count. count, like that. Makes a lot more sense that way. Go here, we're gonna say get resource count, and then for now, since we only have the one, it's okay. In resource keys, food. Can I not use this? I can't use this guy? You might have messed up, but that's okay. Did I mess up somewhere? I'm sorry. What happened? Do I check the stream? Is the stream okay? The stream looks okay. Did I cook something? Are you keeping it a secret from me so I can just sit here and panic for a while? Okay, so how do I get this resource key though? I can't like... Oh, you said you messed up. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Can I reference this off the inventory? Can I do like inventory dot resource keys dot food? Like I said, eventually this will just have a direct implementation of this resource key. Right now we're hard coding it, so it's okay. This should now set the thing to be the count. So at the start of the game, we should see a 0. This needs to be a string like this. Like that. Do something like that. Okay, now it should work. We see 0. Oh, it needs to say the label as well. So we're going to say food. And again, we'll change all of this later and not make it so it's not hard coded. But for now, this gets the job done. So that should say food 0. And I want actually a space in there as well. See how that looks. Food 0. You have 0 food. Pog, dude. Okay, so in the inventory now, if I set this to like 100, does it update? It most certainly does. We love that for us. Okay, we're gonna go back to 0, and I think I'm gonna make a commit there. So git status, git add this, git commit. This will be simple resource display. Resource display setup. Git push. This is not with the government. I had to talk back when my bones were broken. They simply told me to recover faster and refused to understand that's not how it works. Have you tried like drinking water and laying down? I hear that helps. We're gonna starve? Pog, dude, we have none food. Hell yeah. I think the game should probably start you off with like a farm. What resource do you use to build a farm? You probably use some wood. Maybe some, I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But yeah, wood seems like the correct thing for sure. So the game should probably start you off with like a farm and a lumber mill. The thing about a lumber mill is like, you're like supposed to put wood into that. How do you get wood? The only units you're going to have are military units. I don't want to have like worker units. Because it's not that kind of game. Or maybe it is that kind of game. I don't know. Orchard 2 in 1. Oh, and I like that a lot actually. Maybe an orchard is like a higher tier building. Wood farm. Wood farm. You can farm wood. A bit of food and a bit of wood. Maybe there's like a lumber mill and you can only put the lumber mill on a forest tile. So maybe at the start of the game it spawns you with like all grass tiles, a forest tile with a lumber mill already on it, and like a hill tile with a mine already on it. So you have like one of each of the resources. Then you can put down the barracks, you can explore around a little bit. You can find new tiles, you can expand, but you have to defend those things. So maybe you can build like a guard tower or something too. I don't know yet. I feel like we're getting there though. We're kind of cooking. We need to make it so that like the game actually is functioning though first, huh? So to get the actual like building to produce a thing, so if we go here, all we need to do is have a reference to the inventory. And again, I need to keep in mind that these are scene refs. So when I turn this into a prefab, sorry, when I turn this into a scene, I need to make sure that all of these things get set when it enters the scene, because you can't do even these like direct references. You're not allowed to do, or a scene reference. Yeah. Okay. So in the process, then all we need to do is have some sort of resource timer. So I'm gonna add a child node here called a timer. This will be the resource timer. I guess theoretically the building thing could do this too, and just on a certain timer get all the resources for all the different things. That feels less fun than having each individual thing do it. The YouTube thumbnail is different. What AI did you use to make it? Rasati, if you didn't have a sword right now, you'd get banned so fast. No, it's a different. It's the same person that did the original YouTube thumbnail. The thing is, Rasati, you've just cooked so hard that I never want to use anyone else for a thumbnail. Because look at what Rasati has created for the YouTube video that comes out this Friday. Fucking beautiful, man. It's beautiful. How do you top that? Send signal to all nodes of the building group. You could do that too. Yeah. I think you just also do like for child and child or whatever. What prompts do you use for this code, Sky? I will hit you on the head with hammers. It's amazing. I know. It's so good. Do you think it would look better with the text above the character? Because you have to like, you have to remember you read this at like super far away. We might play with it. Oh my god, what is this song, dude? This is great. I can't wait for it to get me demonetized on YouTube for playing it on stream accidentally. That's been happening. It's all good. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna do this in the process here. We can always move it around later. Full Metal Alchemist OST cover. Do I gotta watch Full Metal Alchemist? Is it like kind of the GOAT? This will be the production timer. Yeah. The wait time should be 1 second. Why not? It's not one shot. It's not auto start. It's on building placed. On being placed true, that's when we kick this thing off. So the production timer is going to be here. Begin placing is placing equals true. On place. End placing. We're going to say this dot start because you've now been placed down. The old 2003 anime isn't bad, but it's not as good. Interesting. Still more on the ukulele covers channel from YouTube. Her channel got nuked for no reason. That's a different person than the apology ukulele, right? 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 Hope you never suffer that fate, Sky. Don't worry, we already got the apology arc on lock. I can't wait for my first YouTube apology video. I'm so excited. I don't even know what it's going to be about, really. I guess we'll find out when we get there. It's good, but it's not best anime ever good, like every website seems to say. That shit be pissing me off. There's no best anime. That's not an okay question to ask. You like failed the test. If you think there is a best anime, you lost the game. Same with all media. If you think there's like a best movie, fuck you, buddy. That's not real. That's not a real metric. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, which of the non-calculable numbers is the most non-calculable? It's not that question. It makes nothing. It makes none sense with left beef. Cancer's Twitch streamer hopes to have beef and won't apologize. See, easy. So I'm apologizing for wanting to get into an incident in which I would need to apologize. Aha. Gonna be an apology for all the child labor. I'm gonna make a thumbnail and Pine will write the background music. You missed it earlier, Rosati. I want to put together a creator fund, so it's not necessarily coal mining. That being said, if you have any time this week and you want to go to the coal mine, let me know. I need lots of sprites. It's okay. I can make it myself too. It's time I learn, huh? Among Us is the best game ever. Literature peaked with Twilight. Why are you doing that, Cobalt? Why? Huh? Why are you doing that? It's gonna be an empathetic. I'll think about it. Don't think about it. We can make the art ourselves. It's fine. She had like 2,000 viewers back then. She made ukulele covers of songs that really should not have ukulele covers, such as mass murder, agenda songs, and other rude music. That kind of sounds crazy, actually. You can show anyone Full Metal Alchemist, they'll probably have a good time. That's the hallmark of like a good anime. I'll give it as a good anime. I'll watch any good anime, you know? Well, if you give me like infinite time. Full Metal Alchemist Brother is definitely my favorite anime. I know from the TikTok trend where they're like Full Metal Alchemist, and then it comes back to like Full Metal Alchemist. I don't really know what that means though. Production timer. We need a in the ready frame. You need to be below this thing. Function ready, go. Production timer here. We're gonna say production timer dot timeouts dot connect. This will be process building. This will be add building resources. This will be process building produce. How about produce? We'll do that. Function produce. We're gonna say inventory. Right, like I said, we're just kind of hard coding everything right now just to get things working. So inventory dot add resource. We're gonna say the count right now is 1. So we need the key first. So we're gonna say inventory resource keys dot food, and we're gonna say that we're gonna add 1. Why not? Just add 1. That's good enough for us for now. So if we go to the inventory, we're going to need a new function here. Function add resource like this. We're going to have the resource key. Key. That'll be one of the resource keys. And then we're going to have the, I guess the enum should be resource key, huh? I don't want to rename it everywhere, dude. I'll change it. It should be resource key. It's a resource key. And then the amount. So we'll say return inventory resource key, not return. We're going to say inventory resource key plus equals amount, like that. There we go. Okay. Chat my head on, go watch YouTube because my attention span is cooked. I'll see you later. Hey, good luck watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and like 15 different things per episode called like part 1, part 2, and like part 2 and 3 are at different resolutions, and part 3 is like mirrored left to right, and part 4 has like the Sonic Adventure 2 battle soundtrack playing over it or whatever. Favorite's probably Steins Gate, but I fully acknowledge that it's based on a visual novel and just barely not a harem anime. I feel like my favorite one, that's a hard question. It might be Soul Eater until the last episode, because that one's kind of the GOAT, but also I just watched it at like a good time in my life, and so it has like a AoE buff. Because when I watched it, I basically like marathoned it at my then girlfriend's apartment, and it was like right after finals or something, and I was just chilling with her watching anime for like 10 hours or something. So I don't actually know if it's that good or if it just got like the buff. I don't know. I actually fell asleep. What's up? We're making video games. It's pretty sick. I'm having a good time. Oh, also I won money from Paper Moon in an Osu tournament once, and so I have like a really good fond memory of Paper Moon, which is the theme song for Soul Eater. Yeah. Watching weirdly edited flavors of anime trying to defeat the auto filtering sounds like a bad time. The thing is, like, all of them were slightly different, which was like the best part. And they'd be missing like 15 seconds in between them too. By the time Chainsaw Man reaches the point where in part 1 ends, chapter 97 will be my favorite, but also that'll happen long after I'm gone, given the pace it's releasing. I feel like Chainsaw Man and like Jujutsu Kaisen have this thing where like they just don't want to move the plot forward. Kaiji's my favorite anime. Did most impact on me. None other anime even close. I like the first one that like hit me hard was like Sword Art, but that's kind of a cop-out answer. I don't think Sword Art's like particularly like a banger anime, but I think it's like pretty fine. JJK ended. Oh, my bad. Whoops. The Chainsaw Man in the background, I was like, yep, that's Versati. Soul Read. This will be resource key like that. So now if I run the game, we have no food. If I click this and I place you down, we have 1 food. We have 2 food. We have 3 food. We have 4 food. Guys, we have a video game. I can actually put down a second one, even though it eats the sprite. Now I can get 2 food per second. Nope. Because they're not prefabbed yet. That's fair. Y'all, we have a video game. Holy shit. Y'all, it's a video game. You can play the video game. Okay, so UI outline, food icon. We're not doing that yet. Food text, farm increases resource count. We did it. Hey, Yakko, you gotta spell, if you want to use the word Japanese, you gotta spell the full word. You can't stop at 3 letters. I'm gonna hit deny on that one. You can't abbreviate. You gotta choose a different abbreviation. You can use JP or you can use Japan. You can't stop at 3. You gotta do any other amount of letters than 3. Can't do that one. That's the worst one. You can take 5 different recent Chainsaw Man chapters and they'll be shorter than a single part 1 chapter. Oh, Jesus. My man's milking it. I was worried that I'll misspell Japan. You gotta stick the landing. You gotta hit the AN. Definitely hitting a continue to have that be disallowed on the auto mod on that one. Cool. So like we sort of have collecting resources done. We need to prefab we need to add a thing here, which is to convert farm building to scene like this. Actually, we'll do it here on the barracks. We're gonna convert building to scene here. This will let us like do more buildings now. Barracks, let's go woo. Barracks will be so awesome. I'm pretty excited for the barracks. Got all out for mentioning a tequila because in some languages part of the name is a slur. I googled, my bad. You're chill. Just you got finish here from now on. If Chainsaw Man has openly admitted he no longer gives a shit about the entire series and would rather just write the story instead of doing the drawings. You know, I kind of respect that. At least he's open about it. Just how, like, I'm open about the fact that I need to run ads again. They're calling it the greatest transition of all time. Minecraft parkour. Parkour. Minecraft gameplay. We've been using this video too much. I want a new one. How about this one? How about Minecraft parkour gameplay, copyright no hours, orbital no copyright gameplay? Possibly. Possibly could be the one that we want. You know, ad blockers aren't allowed on YouTube. It's a shame. I'm off to school. Starts at 3:50 p.m. today. What? ASMR soap cutting? I think I can hook that up. Yeah. Soap cutting. ASMR. Yeah, you want an hour of soap cutting? I got you. There you go, an hour of soap cutting. There you go. This one doesn't really do it for me. Pope breathing. There are ones that are incredibly satisfying to me, like painting. This sounds like it would be in Ruby Sapphire. I already liked it. I mean, it's alright. No sound? Nah, man. we don't do that here. Okay. You need a soap though, or is it a DMCA strike immediately? I'm pretty sure that well falls into the category of like you are just showing someone else's YouTube video, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. This is for sleep, so I don't think I'm allowed to even like be using this. We'll go back to this one. Yeah, we're in the lush caves. All right, this is for you. I'm gonna run ads. I'll be right back. Did I mute? Did I not mute? Did I forget to mute? Oh, I didn't mute. Look at that. Neat. What have we got? 10 seconds left. I need to rest my voice for a moment longer. I forgot to get more water. It's all right. Hey, welcome back, everyone. I hope you've been well. Okay. So let me get this all pushed up. So get status, get address, get commit basic resource basic inventory setup like that. Git push. That's not how you spell that, huh? Push. And I think that means that this branch is basically done because we set up the resources for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and merge it in. This guy, I think he mutes and immediately goes, fucking chat, I fucking hate them. It's true. I love my chat and I never want them to know it. I don't know if love is the right, love is a pretty strong, I like you guys, for sure. Like I'm a big fan. Based base is basically built. So true. Maysaka, you're a poet for that. I need to make my GitHub off screen. I tolerate you? No. If I tolerated you, I just simply wouldn't react to chat anymore. I would do the thing some streamers do where they literally just read the message and they go, yeah. You tolerate us? Yeah. The last day SMR banger, I'm gonna post it in media? Yeah. How do I know you're big and not actually medium? Yeah, dude. Yeah, but would a flip switch so a train would kill one guy instead of chat? Dude, that's so true. If I tolerated you, that's what it would be like. Resource setup. Create pull request. Yeah, dude. No, that's true though. That's true. That is actually true. Do you confirm the allegations of murder? No, that is true though, yeah. I didn't, you're right. That's so crazy, man. Anyways. Good vibes, good vibes. Some multiple messages or wall text about something or other, yeah. Sometimes people come in and they do hit me with like an absolute heater and you do kind of just gotta be like, yeah. I'd be like, first time chatter. Like, I don't know, like, oh dude, I was at work today and my friend talked to my other friend and like they brought up this thing that their coworker brought up like 3 weeks ago, and I just wanted to say that like I thought it was really crazy that like when they were talking about that they mentioned this thing that I did at like the company picked me like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm not ready to handle that situation. Let's go check out main, shall we? Let's go. Let's do a git pull, shall we? Let's do a git status, shall we? Let's do a git checkout B unit setup? Yeah, let's do unit setup. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make a barracks. I go back to 2 to 3 viewers, and this guy is your +1 viewer. Listen, it's time for a serious chat. Listen. Listen. This is a heart-to-heart. If you're at 2 to 3 viewers, and someone comes in, and they're being annoying, you don't have to talk to them. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Now, if you go on the Reddit, Twitch, they will give you the exact opposite advice and also tell you crazy asinine things like, talk like you're always talking to someone. Pretend there's always someone watching your chat. No. If you want to grow on Twitch, go make YouTube videos. Against Cat is going to be the most locked in game yet. I think I'm not going to say we peaked with Gambit, but I think Gambit was the game where everything lined up the best. I think Gambit will be our best game for a little bit. I think Gambit was really, really good. I would put this game, I'm going to say it's going to be around the same level as Magimorphosis, I think. I'm a little worried about the art stuff because my like isometric art is probably passable. I can probably make like some farm stuff. I'm worried about like the units. Hopefully we can use Admin for that kind of stuff. But if I do that, I'm worried about the cohesiveness of the game. The thing about Gambit is like everything clicked. The music was perfect. The art was perfect. The background was perfect. Like the style was perfect. Like everything just clicked for Gambit. So I think Gambit will probably be like the peak for a little bit, and I'm cool with that. It goes in waves. So long as I never make another game like Kindling, I'm happy. I think we're gonna be improving every time. Yeah, so we're improving every time, so it's all good. So if it's about my best game so far by numbers, 1,600 plays so far. Yeah, I'm still confused when people come to the thing to play. That time I was turned into a parasite. I don't remember what was the parasite. Godot Wild Jam. People play that game all the time. And they're spitting facts. We have to keep the mentality of this is gonna be the best game yet. No, I think that's toxic. I think it might be your best music yet though, because every time you've made music, you've like improved 10,000 times. Parasite game was sick. It turned out to be more of a puzzle game than I thought it would be, which kind of made it pretty cool. But like mechanically, that game did not get anywhere near what I was like planning. The thing that I think is really cool though is like, if you look at the features that we're able to do like game over game, my first game jam took me the entire time and it's literally like 2 buttons. You can fly up or down when you're a bat. And that was the whole game. And now like you look at Gambit, that there's like dice merging mechanics, just like synergies that we built in. It's kind of roguelike-y in a way. Like, and don't pull up the spreadsheet. Just let the line, just let it ride. It's like challenging. We had like a leaderboard. Like that game was like tight, and we did that in the same amount of time. I feel like we're just like it's speeding up by an insane amount every time we make a game. It's awesome. Anyways, what were we doing here? That's the control for this thing. Okay, that's all good. So we need to do... The thing that we need to do now is like, we need to add another barracks building, which means we need to do a couple things. So first and foremost, we need to have another building thing down in the bottom right. So... Oh no, first thing we need to do is convert the building farm to a scene. Some say it's toxic, some say it's optimistic. Sorry, I'm not trying to be like, never have faith in yourself, don't believe in yourself ever, everything's a lie or anything like that. But I'm just trying to say like, we're allowed to make a game that isn't the best game ever every time, so long as we are improving. Because then if we keep improving, eventually we'll make games that well surpass Gambit. I just want to get better and more consistent. That's my goal. My goal isn't to make the best game every time, but that's for me. Like, you can have a goal of making the best music every time, and that's fucking awesome. As long as you just keep making stuff. Okay, farm, it's time for you to be prefabbed. So this is going to be class name farm. This is going to be class name building. How do we want to do this specifically? We need to convert this into a scene. And also the town center is going to inherit the same thing. We actually need a couple of these. There's going to be 3 different types of building. There's going to be, well, I guess 2 types of building. I guess they can all just be like a generic building type. But there's going to be like, at the very least, there's building. And then there's resource building. And that's the stuff that runs like the +1 for a certain resource or something. Want to make one of the games of all time? True. Why didn't I think of that? So like the town center is just a regular building. The barracks will probably be a... How does this work? How are you supposed to use the barracks? So let's say, so we'll have an icon down here. You can build a barracks. You put it down on the map. Does it just consume food to make a night every once in a while? How does that work? I don't want you to manage it yourself. It could just make 3 units, and if the units die, it just slowly makes 3 units again. So its production is a unit. It doesn't actually cost food to... Oh... It just costs, it's a one-time cost for the barracks, and then it slowly just makes units over time. And each barracks has a maximum supply of like 3 units. And then once those 3 units are produced, you can like box and move them around the map or whatever. That's an interesting concept. I kind of like that. Because then you're encouraged to like continue building out the thing, and like you don't have to micromanage the actual, like you don't have to click on the building and be like, okay, build a night, build a night, build a night, build a night. You just have to build the barracks one time. The thing is, like, does that scale out of control really quickly? I don't know. There might be some balancing issues with that, but I think I like that. It's like a not micromanagement, it's super micromanagement intense game. It just produces the units over time. And it'll just pop them out like around the building. So maybe it does like 2 at level 1 or something. Maybe you can upgrade the levels? No upkeep for living knights. think so. I think negative income of food per person. You could have upkeep. I kind of think if the unit number is low enough that it actually just encourages you to like have separate barracks around the map, and you just use like small little units at once. The knights are machines, they don't need food. True. I don't know which experience I would like better. I think the game is simpler if you don't have to do it, and then it like encourages you to it makes them more like expendable. Like you don't this isn't necessarily like an RTS where you want to build up a big army. I need to like put pressure on you to like use the knights as soon as they spawn. I guess that pressure could come in the form of like them costing upkeep. That's an interesting design question. They don't need sleep, they just keep killing. I have to think about that. I might honestly sleep on that because I don't know the answer. Because on one hand, you have like traditional StarCraft where it's like the knights do the thing. You pay for the knights, click on the building to build a knight. They pop out. Another day, units can't go far from the barracks, so the players have to place them around. So you need to actually expand with the knight towers, or like the barracks is. So it's just defensive. You're actually just turtling. That's interesting too. So you have to build towards the enemy. You can't just like have a base, collect all your units, and like send out a unit, huh? That's very interesting. There's a lot of ways this could go. What I'm trying to think of like which one is the most fun. Because the whole point of the game is that you can't see the map. Like you're in darkness. The theme is unseen, and that ghosts are basically attacking you from a myriad of different angles. So you build barracks to defend in certain directions. Logistics the game? A little bit, actually. That's an interesting thing. I'm starting to think that like maybe this game would benefit from just having workers then. You have like knights and workers. Nothing about what would be fun. Just build one and see what you like and don't like. You're so right for that. You're so right. You're so right. We're never gonna know until we just play the game, huh? Okay, so in that case, which one is the simplest one to make? Well, the simplest one to make is that the building just spawns knights up to some limit for that one building. That's probably the easiest way of doing it. So let's do it that way. To do it that way, we need to, same thing as usual, convert the farm into a scene first. Then we can start making different building types, and then we can add things to our UI to let us place down different buildings. You'll place the barracks down. The barracks will just, after 1 second, produce a knight. The knight spawns in the world. You can move them around. Let's try that. If it seems like the game is too much moving the knights around, we'll say, okay, go back to your home, never leave again. You're in jail forever. If it seems like the things building units on their own isn't fun or not interactive enough, then we'll make it so you have to build them yourselves. There you go. That's the plan. Is what I would say. Unfortunately, and I hate to do this to you, I really do. But unfortunately, I think our time has come to an end. For today. Tomorrow will be a longer stream because I don't have to go for a run, but I have to go for a run today because if I don't go for a run at least 3 times a week, my mental health explodes. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Welcome to the Mirror Dimension. It's where we go to end the stream. I appreciate all of you. YouTube video is still in the work. It'll be here Friday, hopefully. Sorry I was a little bit late today, but I will be back tomorrow, same time. So like 7:30-ish JST. Hopefully we'll get things started. And like I said, tomorrow's going to be a longer day, so we'll have a lot more time to get a bunch of stuff going. Yeah. So don't hit another 4-hour mark in the future. We're good. I did have a moment about that. Yeah. Tomorrow should be around 4 hours, though. Maybe 4.5. We'll see how long I can go. Yeah, I'm going to go for a run at fucking, what time? 10 p.m.? Gross. Thanks for stream. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Let's go see if anyone else is doing Godot Wild Jams. Wild Jam. Nope. Godot. All right. We got some people in here. Click here for hardcore game dev and pixel art. Godot and A-Sprite. Hey, that's what we use. Should we go here? I want to go somewhere we haven't been to yet today because we got Cass on deck. Cass is the goat, but yeah, they seem cool. I don't know who this person is, but they're in Godot. Their name is Wait, ghetto bees. Documenting bees and other pollinators in the rural area worldwide. What? That's sick. Wait, pause. Hold, hang on, pause. That's rad. They actually just document bees. All right, ship it. We'll head over here. Cool. A raid. I'm not gonna stick around for too long. I guess I got stuff to do. But yeah, back tomorrow. More of our silly little unseen game where we will have more medieval knights and stuff. I don't know. Maybe even a lumber mill. I'm running out of gas. Okay, bye.